Alright, hi and welcome to another installment of My Life in Color. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, now that's focused, everyone can see what's going on. So, the last time we left off with this, that was kind of a one-page weekly spread. And so this is kind of a continuation of what we were talking about last week, trying to track numerous things in your life and putting it together, but kind of in a fun way. So we're continuing that theme of organization. So to start, I have this. It's a weekly overview, and basically what it is divided into certain things you want to do for the whole week. So like up here you have your top priorities. So if it was like finish a project or get ready for a meeting or you're going to start a painting, you can put those up here. Dinner plans. Again, like I said, you can plan like a week in advance, so that way when you go grocery shopping and like you get a really good deal on chicken, you have a number of chicken meals ready. Or say you find some ground beef or you get a good deal on some kind of meat, fish or something. You can make a whole week's worth of different meals and then write it out, so that way you can make one trip to the grocery store. Weekly goals. You can have daily goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, yearly goals. And whichever goals you want. Weekly could be like if you need to increase your water, read more, spend a little more time drawing, maybe spend a little more time on the phone with somebody. You know, you can have those, you can set small goals for you to achieve. And gratitude, daily gratitude. You can set this here, you can fill this out, and kind of like on Monday, you're going to be thankful for, say like coffee. So throughout Monday, you just remember that, you know, you're blessed to have coffee, you can drink coffee and that, you know, you can get it. And Tuesday can be something else, or you can fill these out throughout the week. And down here, you put habits, so you can track. Like I said, a lot of this was kind of track and keeping up with everything going on. So like also in the dinner plan, say you have a birthday party come Sunday, and the third could be getting ready for that, and you can map out what you're going to give. So, and washi tape is always a nice piece to add on the side, and you can always decorate it like I drew a little plant here. And borders, very simple there on the borders. What I did was just a line and then a heart. So, and then I just did it 5 times and just added a line in there, so therefore it creates a divider. You can also create it. Last time I showed some arrows, so you can do something like that. You can make the arrows fancy, you can do however you want, you can do multiples, but with lines and pins you can do all sorts of things. You can decorate it with flowers. You can choose to do a banner up here for like the weekly overview. You can just do a box, it suffices, and you can just write weekly overview or however you want to do it. So here you can either draw it or you can tape it, it doesn't matter, just whatever you want to do. It's very versatile. So that's a weekly overview. Now, this is kind of a deeper look into the meal planning. So this is just touching the surface of it, because you can go as complex as you want on these and you can go as simplistic as you want. It really just depends on what's your lifestyle. So for this week, I decided to write out what I wanted to make. So like pizza for Monday, you know, meatloaf, apricot chicken, a few other things maybe. So if I want that for this week, then I need to think of my shopping list. So if I'm going to get pizza, I'll need the cheese, the sauce, and the crust. Meatloaf, I'll need the meat and stuff like that. You know, if you don't already have it. It's also a great way to, if you have a lot of leftovers, look at your leftovers in your freezer or pantry and see what you just make a list and see how many meals you can make out of it, and that way you use up some of that stuff that's gotten forgotten. And that way when you go to the grocery store, you can pick little pieces. Say you have frozen hamburgers, say you have onions and all that stuff, but you're missing just a little something like ketchup. You can go pick that up, but still use everything else in your pantry. So this is like a one-stop shopping list, so that way you don't have to make multiple runs. And of course I put pizza, so you can either, If you're really busy, pizza's really good frozen too, but you can also make it, and you can make it, you know, not too hard. You can use the full-fledged dough. You can take like Pillsbury biscuits and make it that way as well, and just get tomato sauce and toppings and whatnot. So you can tailor it to however busy or however semi-homemade you want. Then here you also have like breads and stuff like that, because I know like sometimes you go through a lot of bread, sometimes you hold on to it for a while. You might look at a recipe that uses some breads, maybe some grilled cheese, maybe some toast, the BLT, and that way you can start using up some of your items. It's just kind of a nice way to examine what you have, but then also like if you need to get something, you have it already. So say like Tuesday got super busy and you couldn't go out and get groceries. Well, you have something ready. You know, you have it in mind, and you can always stack up on a few frozen or quick things. So just in case something comes up, like you gotta meet somebody or like an emergency meeting or something like that, you can have something on standby and just shove that meal either later or to another day. So that's the food. Now I'm going to show you different trackers now. We talked about food, and last time we talked about mood and little things like that. Well, we're going to start kind of combining all these tracks together. So this food tracker, because it can track multiple things on this one, and I numbered it here. It has every day of the month to the 30th. So there's 31 days in August, and I just quit on the days of the week, but you can follow that all the way out. And what you do is you make a list, like wake up, you know, or make your bed, stretch, you know, goal check, hydrate, whatever, you know. If you want to work on flossing your teeth, you can do that. And you pick your color and you decide, you know, what you did. So like on the first, I did stretches. And so you can mark what you like. And these colors kind of go through like the moods when you were doing it. So down here, AM, PM, like I divided it here, you make yourself a ledger or a legend of different colors that represent different moods. You know, it can be like, this is happy, excited, you know, kind of stressed, relaxed, productive, gracious, whatever, and you can use a different color. And in the morning, you can kind of figure out, like, are you excited in the morning? Are you more happier in the evening? You know, is the morning good for you? Are you more relaxed or stressed? You can kind of track what you're doing. And this as well, you can check it, or you can use the color. So like when you were stretching at that time, you know, where you're kind of stressed, is that why you were stretching? Or, you know, maybe you need to run off some energy because you're so excited, it would be yellow. So it's just another form of that. And you can tweak it however. You don't have to use the mood colors. You can just mark it with your favorite color, just like stretch could be one color. So you could highlight it. And like every time you stretch, you can just use the yellow thread, and when you stretch, you just mark it on the calendar when you did it. And that way you can look back and kind of see just how your routine is. You'll kind of find out like certain days are more sporadic than others. Sometimes you might find a pattern. So that way, say Wednesdays are super busy, you can prepare the week ahead, have something ready, have something to do, so that way you're not running around and like, oh my gosh, I got to do this because this was busy. So it can help with that. Perk, I love washi tape. You can get all kinds of it. You can get it at Dollar General, you can get it at Dollar Tree, and you can get it at Hobby Lobby and Walmart. So not bad, all sizes, all colors and shapes, lots of fun, easy to use and utilize as a border if you don't want to draw or kind of in a hurry, or you know, don't want to do that. Also, stickers are really good too. A lot of these can be done with stickers if you don't want to write, or say you don't have the time to. You don't have to write everything out. You can draw it, you can sticker it, you can color it, you know, just tailor it to your lifestyle. Because sometimes it's busy to make these charts, and so the easier you can, stickers and washi tape help, because you can make a grid even out of washi tape. So, all right, take a drink real quick. Okay, so here's some, I call these mini trackers. And this is where you can do multiple trackings on one page. Again, it's kind of establishing routine, and it can be whatever. Here I have workout and social media, water, and gratitude heart. It can be anything you want. If it's sleep you want to track, you can do that as well. But there's several kinds of miniature ones. And basically it's a thumbprint of the month, and you just mark what you've done. So like social media. Pretty much except for like one day, I've been on social media a lot. So I managed one day not to really mess with it or look at it. So you can kind of see, which days or what you call it, you're on it or whatnot. You can do half a day if you were just like a little bit, and you can start thinking about maybe if social media takes up too much time, a lot, 30 minutes, a lot, an hour, and then when that time break it up into like 30 minutes could be 2 50-minute sessions, an hour could be, several 25 minutes or something like that. So you can spread it out throughout the day so you can still be productive and still keep up with what's going on. This circle one is, I did for workout, but you can do it for sleep. And again, you just mark what days you did it. You just number it from 1 to the 31st, because that's how many months. That's how many days are in April, August. Oh my goodness. 31 days in August. So that's why there's 31. And so it's just a fun little design. You can make it all colorful or whatever you want. So like some people will separate workouts from stretching to weights and yoga. Those can all be 3 different colors. And like say every other day for weights is the general rule of thumb. So weights would be purple, you can mark that one color, so it would be like the first would be purple, the third would be purple, and the fifth would be purple, so that would be your weights. But this can also work with diets, foods, books, anything you want to do with it. Down here I've added a health, so you see we got social media, we got workout, health, or whatever, and then we have another self-care, because that's important too, and this is water. Keeping track, did you drink water today? It's very easy to drink liquids, but to forget water. And so I always try to make a chart to see if I drink water that day. I'm just kind of curious to see how often I drink water. And I've done a really good job than what I used to. You can also do it, eat healthy, and I did it in the shape of a flower. You can do whatever shape you want, but these little flower petals are numbered 1 through 31. And when you eat healthy on a day, you mark, you color it. If you didn't, you don't color it, and then that way when you look back at your flower, the blank spots are where you missed it, and you can start to see a pattern because it lands on the day. And then this I decided to do gratitude heart because I thought heart and gratitude went hand in hand. And you can do the circle if you want to, you can do the cross, all these work. But the heart, I divided it. I know rhyme or reason, just divided 31 days into a heart, and you can color when you're grateful and what your gratitude for. So, and you can hopefully mark all the days, but you might have some you missed, and you kind of see, oh, maybe I was a little busy, and you can make up for it. That's just kind of a neat way to keep track of stuff. Down here, I made a quick to-do list. So like, if you find yourself like halfway through, you're like, I do need to work on my water, you can write like work on water, take more time away from social media, maybe break up my hours, eat healthy, more veggies, something like that. So that's one way. So again, working on combining what we've talked about throughout the year. So I mentioned a brain dump, and I like brain dumps because that's where you just dump all the random information you get in one section, and then you come back and sort it out, but you don't lose it. And so here we mixed, so like this was Monday, and you can do this like daily if you want to, and just put the date, and you can put the brain dump here or however you want to, and down here you put food. So I had pizza that evening, and to do over here, which I separated with washi tape, I wrote down, blog graphics, cleaning, whatever, so that's your to-do. And prep for a meal, if I was gonna bring a pizza home, I make sure I had my pizza stone to cook it on, so that way, it actually should make it into the oven. But also reading or something like that, if you have a certain book you want to start, you can write that down. If you think you're going to be busy and not going to be able to have time to do anything else, it might be a good time to start that book, or start something kind of relaxing. Down here, a little wheel of just kind of keeping track of blocking track again. This is happiness, and you can do certain things like yoga, meditation, or whatever makes you happy, reading, writing, self-care, face mask, whatever, and just kind of mark what you did that time. So if you have like 3, you'll mark out these 3, but if you have like 7 or how many, you can mark them. You can see, mark them with the different colors and see what you did that day. And so it's just something kind of neat. Washi tape, like I said, you can't go wrong with washi tape. And stickers. Stickers are always nice. But if you find something here that's kind of dull, you can either put a sticker there, or you can always draw something. So with a line that's squiggly like that, you can either turn it into leaves, into like a vine. You add the little leaves, and then you can add a little flower or something to it. Also, this can be a fancier swirl. It could be clouds like that. And if you did it in blue, so you can make it clouds, you can make it leaves, you can make it swirlies or whatever. So you can make and create your own borders if you want. You can put an affirmation here. You can put your initial there if you want. Decorate it like a illuminated letter or whatever. You can have a lot of fun with it. Put a sticker, put washi tape. If you have a wide border like that, you can usually get like 2 pieces of washi tape, pair them side by side, and you've got yourself a nice border that's easy, quick to do, and you can choose whatever color you want. So, like I said, looking at different trackers. This top one, see, I was able to get 2 on here because it was slender, but this one's a habit tracker. And again, it's kind of what we were doing, but it helps in trying to see just how the pattern of your lifestyle, basically. So like, make your bed, vitamins, 15 minutes cleaning, laundry, no takeout, lunch, did you do lunch or whatever. And again, you number it, 31 days or how many days are in the month. And then making this little grid, you check when you did everything. And when you didn't, like, you have a few days you did laundry. Or if you do laundry weekly, there's gonna be a lot of empty check marks. But if you do it daily, you can mark it, or every other day. And that way you kind of see, so like when in the month you might get busy. Sometimes you get busy at the first, sometimes it's the middle, sometimes it's the last. And some have a very constant, just kind of whenever. So it kind of helps to prepare for that. And you can make it whatever color and do whatever. Like if you want to keep track of reading and drawing, how much time do you actually read? Do you read every day? Do you read every other day? It's a good way to check, and you can kind of be like, maybe I need to increase my reading, or maybe I need to do something else, or maybe I need to incorporate. Just kind of help keeping track and figuring out what you can do, what you need to do, and stuff like that. And I'm going to switch it because this is a sleep tracker. So again, this one's a vertical one, not a horizontal one like the last time. So I went from 1 to 10 hours. So some people need 10 and 9. And then you put the days of the month right here. and then you mark a dot. So like the first, I got 8 hours sleep. Okay, the second, I got 5. And so you start to see my pattern. I tend to be more in the 5 to 4 range. So I usually average 4 to 5. So roughly average 6 hours of sleep. And you can see that on certain days I got 8, but it's like twice. But you can connect it and just kind of keep track if you're sleeping and kind of see, you know, maybe you might need to get some more sleep. You know, how is it affecting your functionality? You know, what can you do to sleep a little better? Or if you're just curious, just to kind of see, like I was curious to see how many hours. And I was like, oh, so it really can be for fun. Anything you can actually track it. This could work too for like work or a project. Say if you're at home and you're doing a work project, how many hours you wrote on a book or how many hours you spent on a drawing. You can kind of see and gauge it that way and kind of decide maybe how long it might take you or what you need to do or whatnot. So I talked about the meal plan, and again, this is a weekly meal plan, but it's a little different because it's more simplistic than the other one, as in it's just written out and you can fill in however you want. And so I did a little drawing, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you can just shorten it for B, L, and D. And then so like Monday for B, I had yogurt. For L, I had put lemon. I'm not sure what I was writing there, but I had something, I know that. And then dinner I had Alfredo. So you can kind of write like if you have breakfast, if you didn't, you can put B and you can put 0. So that way you kind of see what meals you're eating or what you're eating in the week. You know, if you find yourself you're having more out food or, you know, a little more, not as, you know, salads and stuff like that, you might want to incorporate into your diet. You know, if you find that you tend to just be kind of hung up on one thing, you might add a variety if you want to. Again, it's just a suggestion and just kind of a fun thing to look at and see where you're at. And then of course, so I did the days of the week, and I always start on Monday. So, and I did them rainbow color, so that way you can add some design. And this has a lot of blank space. So like here, I would put a sticker or maybe even a thumbnail of the month, or, you know, whatever you want. Shopping lists, again, it's handy to have down here. So when you're thinking of meals, like that chicken Alfredo, you can go to the pantry and see if you have the spaghetti and the sauce, and you might need to get the chicken. Or if you want it with meatballs instead of chicken, you can kind of decide. You know, maybe you want maybe like pork chops with Alfredo on the side with no meat in it. You know, you can kind of figure out what you're going to do. And you can add the colors with the washi tape. So we're good on that? Alright. So now, like I said, continuation of putting these things together. Here is how a week could look. It covers a lot of stuff. So this is this week, and color coordinated everything. Monday's red, and so you just follow the color of the rainbow, except for Sunday it's pink, so I had to add that in there. And what you can do is up here, you can write what day it is. Like Monday was my mom's birthday, so that says her birthday. You know, if Wednesday was an important day, you can write something like, or if it's a holiday, you can write it up there. And you write your dates here. And this is the hours of the day, like if you work or what you call it. So like here, this would be 3 o'clock, which is why I have bullet journaling. Over here was 4, with steam, and then this is 5. So around the 5:30 area, I had an EH meeting last night. And so you can keep track. Also, you can chart the weather for the week. And kind of see, you know, we were sunny, and then we're cloudy, and it's rainy, so we can kind of figure out what's tomorrow. And what you can do also is look at the forecast and draw it in and see how correct the weather person actually is. So, and down here is for notes, little notes, and you can put like highs and lows up here, or the temperature, or if it felt cold, or what you call it. You can design it however you want, and you can make whatever you want. But these notes are down here. Like I put pizza and project for for some things going on. Down here, I wrote motivational quote because I had to do that yesterday, and then get ready for today. And then like tomorrow, you know, what am I going to do? Start thinking about what's coming up in the future, Teen Tour, and a few other things that are coming up. And on the day here, like 10 o'clock story time, so you can write down here, you know, clean up, watch something, so you can track your days and you can divide it like this is your work time, this is your home time, and you can do what you need to. That way, you know, dinner, relax. If you have kids, get them all together, you know. If you don't, kind of what you need to do for the house or what you call it. And if you had a long day, to relax. So then Friday I left open because I don't know what's going on Friday, but you can leave these like here. Saturday's the chicken fry, and so I have my hours I'm going to be up there. So I block that off, and then you can color that so that way you can't miss it. And Sunday, of course, it's kind of more tidy up and what you call it. So down here, stay on track. So for the whole week, you can write email, water, veggies, or fruit. That's what I chose. And so clean your email. Check your email, you know, do something with it. Water, and every day you can mark, see just how well you did. So here I did another little small grid, and one is to do, so like bullet journaling, spreadsheets, you know, kind of a year overview, what you call it, getting ready for things coming up. Holidays, you can put that here. And again, no ideas. You see, we're starting to put together everything. So you can make one big jump here, both meals, your track, your hours. Here's another way of keeping track of hours. When you sleep, you look at the time before you go to bed, and when you wake up, you write it down in like 5, 6. You can keep track of your hours that week and gauge there. This could be your grocery list with the meal ideas, or to-do list, or supply list. If this ends up being like project marker, you know, and you need something like you run out of blue paint, or else you run out of a pen you need, or a washi tape. When you go to the grocery store or the store, you can run and get it. Also, I stuck an affirmation here or a quote, and you can do whatever. You can do a sticker, you can do washi tape. I know this book of stickers does have all kinds of fun stuff in it. So it has little things like time to relax or whatnot that you can use and stick in anywhere of these blank spots, and just kind of gives you some color without having to spend a whole lot of time maybe doing it yourself if you're really busy. So stickers are nice if you're busy. Washi tape's great if you don't have a lot of time, or if you just like doing it, because I absolutely love it. Down here, gratitude. Every day, you can write something you're thankful for, or multiple things you're thankful for. And it doesn't have to just be gratitude. It can also be like goals. Like Monday, say you want to read 10 pages in the book. So you write that down and you check it when you do it. And Tuesday, say you're going to read 15 pages, you know. And then Wednesday, you know, maybe when you get up, add more pages or whatever, draw, you know, spend an hour drawing, spend 2 hours, whatever you do, you know. Is your goal to binge watch a whole season of something? Well, you might have to pace yourself because you may not get the chance to just sit straight through and watch. So it's a way to use for that. Everyone good on that one? All right. Well, that's what I've got for you now. I'm going to stop sharing and things. I'm going to stop recording.